Well, howdy, y'all. Teresa here. It's me and the critters. Bradley's at work. It is February 12th, 2017, Sunday afternoon, and it is No Bra Sunday. So if you got 'em, let 'em hang high, let 'em hang low, let 'em swing to the left, let 'em swing to the right. Just go with the flow. Unless you got to go somewhere, then you might want to post them. Unless you can get away with not. Anyway, let's. Oh, wait. I'm all miscombobbled. I need to do the weather. Let's do the weather. It is slightly overcast today. It is 73 degrees. Real feel is 75. The high will be 77 and the low will be 59. So maybe we'll get a little bit of rain. It's got a slight breeze, so it's kind of nice. Excuse me. Let's see. Yesterday, after I got off the phone here, I was not feeling real hot. And I don't know why. You ever had one of those days where you could just sleep and sleep and sleep? And yesterday was kind of one of those. But I didn't. Nice as I wanted to because I had to get housework done. I did clip Missy Mama's little toenails. I always like to do that before I vacuum. Excuse me. And then I cleaned house. You know, my normal dusting and vacuuming and, you know, changing out the sheets and all that kind of good stuff. So I did all that and dishes and everything. What did I eat for dinner? Huh. You know, I can't remember. I don't know what I had for dinner. Oh, we had hamburger patties. Brad grilled those outside. Hamburger patties. And what did I have with mine? What did I have with mine? Cooked cabbage. Wow. Cooked cabbage and, yeah. Kind of uneventful, huh? So, had that, and, of course, I did a lot of, looming. Which, you know, guys know I've been on a kick lately of, doing a lot of looming. Where's my hats I did? Now I gotta find my hats I did. Where are my hats I done did? There they are. I did 3. I was tired yesterday, so I did actually go to bed a little early for me. So anyway, got this one done. This nice small child size. So nice bright colors. And those are fluorescent colors. They don't show up really that well on here. Same way with this one. It's a nice infant size. Nice bright colors. With some fluorescent. And then a red infant size one. Nice bright colors and fluorescent again on the variegated. So isn't that nice? So got all that done. We'll put those in. I'll put those in later. My bag's not real close here. So, and then I'm working on another hat with some scrap yarn. And I will work on the shawl later, but I have to sit and count. And I decided I am not a big fan of spaghetti squash. I tried it, and when it's first done, it's okay. But I don't really like I don't really like the texture of it, and I don't really like the taste of it, so I'm probably not going to do any more of the spaghetti squash. I much prefer the zucchini noodles over the spaghetti squash. And it's got about the same nutritional facts to it, so. Let's see. Brad and I switched last night because he's working more day shift, and since I tend to stay up late at night and stuff, he just hasn't been sleeping well, so I was hoping that maybe I could get him to sleep better back there, so I was here and put him back there, and he got some sleep last night. You know, he got more sleep than he's been getting, so I'm very happy about that. Because he just was so tired. It was just you know, you hate to see anybody just so very tired like that. And I weighed in today. My facts for today are blood sugar doing really well. It's sticking within like a 120 range. But I had gone up 2 pounds. Remember, I figured I probably would because last week I had dropped 9 pounds in a week, and we all know that part of that is water weight and stuff. So I'm not surprised that I went back up a couple. But I know I'm doing the right thing, so I'm just gonna keep plugging away, and that's gonna just happen. Um, I'm gonna not let myself have anything but apples for fruit at night, or fruit like that, because the fruit with a higher sugar content, first of all, I really shouldn't be having because of trying to go low carb, and also because of the diabetes. It does set off my hunger really bad, so I'm going to stick with the lower sugar fruit like apples that have fiber and stay with you more and stuff. So, you know, I'm going to tighten up the reins on a few things, you know, and, you know, this week I'm going to add in some exercise, you know, because honestly, that's one of the things I have to make myself do. I'm not a big, and I used to work out religiously, and I used to do a lot of weightlifting, a lot of cardio and stuff. Of course, I don't have the room for that in here, but there are exercises I could still do, but I'm not really a fan of exercising, but I need to do it. I need to just, maybe I'm not a fan of it because I didn't really, you know, I don't know why, but I just need to keep incorporating that in my life. So this next week, that's what I'm going to work really hard on too, is tightening up my reins on some of the eating, you know, because I feel like my portions may be a little bit too big and stuff. So, you know, it's easy to start slipping, and then incorporate the exercise and keep going down, because I do have goals. So that's what I'm going to do. We've got some barbecued, we buy the pork tenderloins when they're on sale, and then like a great big tenderloin, we'll cut into 4 hunks. And then, so I had Brad get one of those out, and then I cut it into thin slices, and I have it in the crock pot right now. I hope this is going. Oh yeah. With some barbecue sauce and Frank's Red Hot and some garlic. So, and that way Brad will be able to use it like open face sandwiches when he gets off work, and I'll eat some of it just plain, because I am going to cook that butternut squash up tonight. And I know that is more of a starchy vegetable, but we both want to try it, and I'm just going to microwave it and use it like you would kind of mashed potatoes. And I figure if I'm going to have something a little heavier like that, I'm going to start doing that on Sundays after I've weighed in. And that way it gives me the whole rest of the week, you know, to really buckle down. So I think that'll be good, you know. And I think maybe I'll have Sundays be, if there is something I'm really, really wanting, because the experts say that if you really, that once in a while, will let yourself have some carbs. And I'm not going to eat flour products, because that's just, I'm treating it like I've got an allergy to it. But once in a while, if I wanted a baked potato or some sweet potatoes or some butternut squash or something. So, and anyway, I want to cook that up tonight because my husband wants to try it also. So, you know, I just got off phone with Stevie Counts. Really enjoyed talking with her. Thank you. And like I said, you can text me anytime. I would love that. I like to text. I text quite a few people back and forth, so you're never bugging me. You can text me any old time, just on any old thing. But I enjoyed talking with her, and I was sitting here looming while I was talking with her, so that was fun. And we were looking at some different crochet items and stuff, and I'm going to message her later because I found that cow's head that I wanted. I told her about that my grandmother made. And so I'm gonna see if she wants to make it. You know, I'll pay her for it. So I would really love that. And then I'm gonna send her. I told her I'm gonna send her sometime this week. I have some specialty yarn I know I won't use, and it's really something you would have to use with being crocheted, but I know that she would find something to do with it, so I'm going to send her that, So, anyway, really enjoyed that. Let's see. Oh, we were talking about some of our different panics and anxiety things, and I was talking to her about, I really would rather not drive. I can drive. I have no problem driving. I have a clean driving record. I mean, I've had like a couple speeding tickets my whole life. But I really have gotten, especially as I've gotten older, would really rather not drive if I don't have to. And I have big panic attacks and am terrified of being in with stormy weather, whether it's snowing real hard or extremely icy conditions, extremely foggy, or raining super hard. I just start having a big panic attack, and I am so afraid that I'm going to die. I mean, and I told her, I think I must have in another lifetime died in a fiery car crash, because all of my life I have been terrified of dying in a fiery car crash, and have even had dreams of it. And there's no reason for it. And I was a male. And you can think I'm as weird as you want, but that's just the honest truth. So, we all have different panic attacks or things that trigger us. Maybe you don't have any panic attacks. I shouldn't say we all. But a lot of it. But I love all my friends just the way they are. Found out my neighbor has pancreatic cancer, which is very sad. I really feel for her. That's just very sad. One of the things I wanted to talk about, and I kind of debate on whether or not to talk about this, and I'm just going to go ahead and talk about it, because it would help me to talk about it, is part of the reason we moved from Wyoming, besides the weather and the economy and the way my husband's job was going, was feeling the unending almost harassment or bullying from family members. When you have family members that do not speak to you and won't speak to you or even tell you what is wrong when you try to talk to them, but they drive by your house 2 and 3 times a day, numerous of them, that really feels like a lot of harassment. I got to where I wouldn't even step outside my home. I wouldn't go out and work in my front yard, which I just love to do. And, since our backyard was not privacy fence, it was just a chain link fence, and the way those were set up that they could drive by that way. And, a lot of times I wouldn't even have known they were driving by because they drove by so slow. And it really even got to my husband once he quit work, and for that month we were getting ready to move. He didn't realize how bad the harassment had gotten and how bad it was with them driving by constantly, just real super slow. And people might think that that's no biggie, but it makes you feel like everybody in the world hates you, and it makes you feel like nothing you ever do will make any difference. And I felt hopeless. I felt so trapped in that house. And when you have family dynamics where everybody feels like it's fine to kind of gang up on you and just keep on you constantly, or not on you constantly, but keep gossiping about you. I hate people that gossip about other people. If I talk to you about somebody, it's going to be something very positive, or else I'm not going to talk about that person. Unless it's a very, very private one-on-one conversation and you've asked me something specifically. But you guys will even notice, like in my comment section, if somebody asks me something about another YouTuber, I will a lot of times delete the comment or not answer the comment. I'm not going to talk about that person. Whatever relationship I had with that person is private. I hate people that gossip. And I can guarantee you that if somebody is gossiping about other people in a negative frame, they are doing the same about you. Don't think you're special. I've made that mistake in the past too. And don't think you're special because you aren't. They will gossip about you just like they do everybody else. And it's like that. My mother-in-law is a chronic gossiper. She gossips about everybody. It doesn't matter who you are to her in her life. If she thinks she can find out anything about you, or she'll even make stuff up or embellish stuff. I mean, at one point in time, she almost cost my husband his job. Not when he was not when he was at the dealership, but when he was at another job, making up a diagnosis about him that wasn't true. And then they always play the victim. But I do not and will not gossip about people. If I am not getting along with somebody, I just simply stop communicating with them, unless they want to talk about specifically. I'll try to talk to them about the problem, and then if they won't talk about it or something, I just kind of leave that door open. But I won't, if somebody says, hey, are you friends with so-and-so? Oh, well, first of all, I don't feel like that's anybody's business but me and the person I'm friends with, and I'm not going to talk bad about that person. Sometimes people are really great friends, fast and furious, and then it fizzles out. Sometimes they're lifelong friends. I mean, it's just life. Sometimes life change so dramatically that the connection you had, you don't really, and etc. But coming from a standpoint, talking about my family again, and this has nothing to do with my adult children or my grandchildren, of course. But when you feel that much of hatred toward you for no good reason, and simply because, maybe you think differently than they did, or maybe you ask them to not just stop by your house all the time, to give you a call. Because we personally have never had just an open door policy. You need to call before you stop by our house, always, because we just aren't that way. We really value our privacy, and like that, when my husband's home, he runs around in just his underwear, unless we have grandchildren over or company over, if it's just he and I, and we just really like to have our own privacy. But it was harassment. It's pure and simple, and when you have them, when it's another holiday, and of course another holiday that they've forgotten you exist, but they keep driving by your house, I really felt like that if my husband and I hadn't moved, that I probably would have done something permanent, and it was making the depression worse. It was making my husband depressed and stuff. And so I guess I'm trying to say, if you're in that kind of a situation, if you can get out of it, get out of it, because you don't deserve that kind of treatment at all. If you're with a group of people that are gossiping and speaking ill of you, you can't stop them from doing that. But you don't have to play a part of it like that. We don't have any communication with those family members and stuff that were gossiping, or friends that were gossiping and talking ill. The worst thing you can do is have me find out that you're talking about me in a negative light. So I might say, like, I was talking to Stevie, and I might say I was talking to Linda, and Linda crazy for yarn, and saying, she's such a sweetheart. And you can ask Stevie about it, and that's exactly what I said. And I said, she just lost her husband, and, and stuff, and she is like us, where she doesn't like to drive, and doesn't drive and stuff. But it was all a very positive thing. It wasn't any gossip. It was kind of like, hey, she's really a cool gal, and, and stuff. I mean, I didn't talk bad about anybody. She didn't talk bad about anybody. And I just enjoy those kind of friendships and family It's like when I'm talking to my family members that we do talk to, we don't talk about other family members because I hate that. You know, I hate that. So, anyway, that's all I got going on today. I need to wrap this up because Brad will be home here in a few minutes. And I hope everybody's having a great day. And I do cherish your friendship so much. And I love you. And I think you're awesome. And I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.